Hi guys, welcome to week 19 of my 52 weeks project. We're going to go through this one pretty quickly. So here I'm showing you the sketches, and I'm going to use the sketch at the bottom because I want both of those to go inside my book. So I'm going to be working on the left page. Now this paper is absolutely gorgeous. However, it's busy, and when you add a picture to it, it's kind of difficult to make it work with your picture. So I decided to take a 4x6. Now I've already printed my photo, but if you don't have a photo, cut down a 4x6 piece of cardstock and then just kind of put it on this page and see how it works with your particular photo. Now my photo is masculine, and I'm going to show you that even though You Are Enough is pretty feminine with all the butterflies and the rose gold, you can totally make it work for a more masculine layout. So you can see here I'm using my ruler and I'm sneaking it up at 8 inches, and I'm moving that piece of cardstock, which is 4x6. I'm trying to figure out how is this picture going to look when I cut this down. Have you ever had a piece of paper that you just don't want to cut because it's so pretty? This is one of those papers, but if you kind of plan ahead a little bit, don't worry, it's just paper, and go ahead and cut that. So you can see here that I'm cutting this down at 8x6, and this is going to be my entire base page because it's just really that pretty. So I'm going to add my photo here at the top. So if we go back to that little sketch, you can see here that I did add an accent, but I really don't need it because this entire sheet will be the base page. Now off camera here, I did go ahead and I stamped in that white piece on that sheet of paper, and it totally works. So I stamped that in sapphire ink. And I was really surprised, like it doesn't rub off or anything like that. So I did take a chance and it worked out perfectly. I did use the You Are Enough stamp. And here I'm showing you a sneak peek at the June stamp of the month. And I just couldn't resist. Now, we don't go over hills all the time, but it just looked really, really good on this particular layout. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to stamp my little weeks, which is week number 19. I'm just using a scratch piece of white cardstock, and I'm stamping those in sapphire ink. So I'm going to go ahead here and clean off my little tile on my little chamois here, and then I'm just going to cut those off, and we're going to add those to the layout. And that's pretty much it. This layout did not take a lot of time to put together, and I think it turned out pretty good considering it is a more masculine layout using this beautiful paper collection. Here you see me adding a little bit of glue, but on the inside of the photo. So if I want to tuck anything in, which I know I do want to tuck in that piece of cardstock at the top, I'll have room to do that. So this piece of cardstock here is like 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to sneak that right underneath the photo. And just like that, it ties in the entire page. So it looks like that white piece at the bottom continues in back of the photo, and I just thought that that looked really, really good. So the next step here is I'm going to add my little tiles, and I wasn't sure where to add them, and of course because they're stamped in sapphire ink, the only place that really made sense was to put it right on the rose gold area on this page. And I'm just going to put those down with just double-sided tape. Now, word to the wise, when you glue on the rose gold accent, if you lift it, it comes off. Now, I was kind of lazy with my journaling here. I just cut these 2 little strips, and then when I put them down, I just felt that they were kind of floating and they didn't really look good, so I decided to force myself to do a little bit more journaling, use this really cool stitch bracket, and then anchor everything together. Now, I really encourage you to add some journaling to your pages. Nothing too fancy, just think of it as a Facebook post and just add a few words. So I'm going to have these two other pieces that I can use for next week, and just like that, this masculine layout came together really, really nicely. Here are the completed pages for week 1 and 2 of May, and as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to take pictures. If you want to see the entire playlist, click this link right here.